Hare Krishna, everybody.
Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, Pranam.
Hare
Krishna, Prabhuji, Pranam.
You all can see. So today, the Disappearance Day, we use the same presentation. Basically, we are trying to meditate on Bhakti Prabhupada today. And therein lies our purification and inspiration. And request to all of you today, if you can fast for half a day on. This has many advantages. At least you understand spiritual life is more important than material life. We are fasting for spiritual advancement. It's a kind of an honor. Like we have so many Jayantis in this world, and they're just meaningless. But Appearance Day of Acharyas is very meaningful. Okay, today. So we all can see. So today we'll meditate on the Disappearance Day. So he appeared on 6 February 1874. So you can just imagine 1819. This is 150 years or over. Is the father, Sri Bhakti Vinod, Sachidananda Bhakti Vinod Thakur. Once Srila Prabhupada asked, what do you want to, can you tell us something about your spiritual master? So Prabhupada said, what do I say? He was a Vaikuntha man. We can have something like that, meditation of Srila Prabhupada, then our life will be successful. Generally, at the end of the book, we find description of Prabhupada's life. He was born on this date, then he went to this school. This is one kind of description, this is another kind of description. You got it? Weight itna tha, height itna tha. What is this description? Description means, from the heart, we should be able to glorify. So Prabhupada, just in one line, properly glorify. What do I say about it? He is a Vaikuntha man. Now his appearance is not ordinary. He is especially requested. Bhaktivinoda Thakur is a great devotee of Lord Krishna, and he was trying to establish Krishna consciousness. He found it very difficult. So to preach in Kali Yuga is not easy. So he prays to the Lord that your movement has so badly deprecated. I need some help. My life is now almost over. Bhaktivinoda Thakur accomplished a lot. He identified the birthplace of Lord Chaitanya. Okay, anybody tell me the contribution of Bhaktivinoda Thakur?
NamaNishtha program he introduced.
Yeah, he started the NamaNishtha Bhakti Vriksha program. Yes.
He's the seventh Acharya. He's the seventh Acharya.
Yes, he is a Jagat Acharya. Yes, very nice. Then some contributions, very unique thing which he did, nobody has done.
Hare Krishna. He was the
He identified all the upper sampradayas and he rejected them. Great. Then
He identified the
was the founder of the Odiya Mutt.
Place of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's birthplace.
yes, he identified the birthplace. Then
Founder of Odiya Mutt. Founder of Odiya Mutt.
yes, and then no, that is Bhaktivinoda Prabhupada, Bhaktivinoda Thakur.
He was very expert in This one, Surya Siddhanta, one book he has written,
That is
Prabhu.
the Bhaktivinoda Prabhupada. I am talking about Bhaktivinoda Thakur.
He has written many songs, Bhajan Prabhu.
Yes, most of the songs he sing are from Bhaktivinoda Thakur. Okay? Okay. So, with immense contribution, he wrote hundreds of books and he very strongly established Krishna consciousness. In fact, he is referred to as seventh Goswami. We know the Shad Goswamis, he is referred by a devotee as seventh Goswami. Prabhupada said he single-handedly pioneered the Chaitanya Mahaprabhu movement again, which has disappeared. Okay? So the pure lineage of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, if we follow, you'll have immense potency, immense happiness. What do? We dilute it. And then the power doesn't work, just like a medicine. If you pollute it, the medicine will not be effective. So if you properly follow the movement of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, then there will be immense potency. Right? So that is Bhaktivinoda Thakur. And he prayed to the Lord, give me a person from your own staff. Your own staff means somebody from one of your associates, send him. I need help. And then the Lord reciprocated by sending Bhaktivinoda Prabhupada. Okay. There were certain symptoms by which Bhaktivinoda Thakur was very confident, this boy is special boy, whom I requested. What is that? He was born with the umbilical cord around his neck, auspicious sign. Number two, when the Rath Yatra was going on, he was not there at that time, he had gone for it. He was a magistrate, very big responsibilities. He was traveling, he was not there. So Rath Yatra, the Ratha cart just stopped outside their house. Rath Yatra is very mysterious. Suddenly the cart will stop. You can't do anything. It will not move. You bring elephants, you do anything, this does not move. Even now that pastime goes on. So the Rath Yatra just stopped in front of the house of Bhaktivinoda Thakur. And it will not move. So the wife of Bhaktivinoda Thakur, she took the opportunity and she ran to the cart. And previously you could climb. Even I think a few years ago you could climb the Ratha. Now they are strict, they don't allow. And she climbed the Ratha and she placed Bhaktivinoda Prabhupada at the lotus feet of Jagannatha, and immediately the garlands of Jagannatha had fell on him as an auspicious sign. So this is another one. So father said, another indication. The third, there was mango had been purchased to offer to the deity in the house by Bhaktivinoda Thakur. And at that time, Bhaktisiddhanta Prabhupada, that time, Bimala Prasad, was very small child. So he went to the kitchen and ate one mango. Children don't know. And then, what happens? Bhaktivinoda Thakur just mentioned Bhaktisiddhanta Prabhupada. That's an offense. That is meant for offering to the deities. He never ate mango in his life. Can you imagine the seriousness? When he became a big acharya, at that time also disciples used to bring a mango dish. He said, no, I cannot take, I am an offender. We don't take these things so seriously. Kitna aparad karte hum to chhod dete hain. But imagine, because he is a pure devotee, because he is a golden heart of a great devotee, that was. So these are various things you can take. Bhaktivinoda Thakur was confident. This is not a small, ordinary boy. This is a special boy whom I requested. And later, many times when Bhaktivinoda Thakur was, lot of struggle he has done. In India, it was considered that only if you are born in a Brahmin family, you are elevated. Otherwise, you must have done a lot of sin, therefore you are not born in a Brahmin family. This was kind of thing was predominating and the caste system was very strong. So Bhaktivinoda Thakur is establishing that birth is not so important. Vaishnava is even more important than a Brahmana. And he used to travel to various conferences and assert very strongly this point. Who is important, Vaishnava or Brahmana? And one day he was not well. Those of you who have not still seen, you can locate on the net. Various devotees have made beautiful videos on Bhakti Prabhupada. There is a video, Ray of Vishnu. Some of you can locate and even share. It's a beautiful video. Every year we see. It's very touching video made by devotees. Okay? So this is another thing. Okay? So Bhakti Prabhupada then said to the father, "Father, where are you going?" Father said, "My health is not good. I have to go to that conference." "Papa, you take rest, I will go." And he went and he smashed his people. In fact, Bhakti Prabhupada was very, very, very strict. Prabhupada said that I am 10 times lenient than my spiritual master. Okay? And Bhakti Prabhupada had become well versed in Sanskrit, mathematics, astronomy. We have simply passing our day. We are not expert in anything, simply passing time. Published many articles, and then he wrote a very elaborate work on Surya Siddhanta, astronomy. And later, when he took up the order of his father as spiritual master, he dumped it. He no longer dealt with astronomy, but for some time he was. Therefore, the name Siddhanta is there in his name. Okay. Now, when he wanted to take Diksha, Radha Govinda ki jai. At that time, his father requested him that you take Diksha from Gaur Krishna Babaji Maharaj. Now, it's very interesting. Gaur Krishna Babaji Maharaj was not an initiated disciple of Bhaktivinoda Thakur. He used to come and hear him every day. But among great personality, these formalities of this world are not very important. Right? They follow without the formalities. He was actually hearing to Bhaktivinoda Thakur daily with great pleasure. And Bhaktivinoda Thakur noticed that and he said, take from him Diksha. So he took Diksha from Gaur Kushodas Babaji Maharaj. Okay. In fact, as you see in the video, is very interesting. Gaur Kushodas Babaji Maharaj was uneducated. But he was a very, very elevated devotee. Sakshat Vairagya Murti, totally renounced. And Bhakti Prabhupada went to him to take Diksha. So he said, what is this amusing fact? I am an illiterate, can't even write my name. And you, a scholar, Siddhanta, want to take Diksha from me. So he rejected. He said, no, I will not give anybody Diksha. He never gave Diksha to anybody before that. But Bhakti Prabhupada insisted, said, I will end my life if you don't do that. That finally, persistent when he was and determined and sincere, Gaur Krishna Babaji Maharaj had one disciple, that is Bhakti Prabhupada. He accepted it. In 1905, he took a vow because he knows he has to take a great mission. So we also can understand the seriousness. What is that? To chant Mahamantra billion times. We have this Shatakoti Nama Yagna. He did it alone. How many people? Alone. Now if you make a calculation, 192 rounds every day, okay, into 108, into 16. These are the number of names you chant in a day. Now take Shatakoti, 100 crore, that is 1 billion, and divide by this, it takes roughly how many days? More than 9 years. So what does it signify? Now we establish he is not an ordinary person, he is from the spiritual world. Okay, done. He also revealed, he is not later, that he is not from the material world, he is one of the Sakhis. Bhaktivinoda Thakur also revealed he is one Sakhi. So then, why is he chanting so much? To show us how serious we have to be to get mercy of Krishna. They don't need to chant. Like Srila Prabhupada also for more than 40 years struggled so much to start the ISKCON movement. Krishna could have made it start the same day. What day it could have started? Prabhupada was always all powerful because he wanted to show how much we have to struggle, how much we have to be serious and sincere to actually begin this movement. Okay? He was so serious that we will be chanting in a hut. And when rain comes, what we will do? Just like I had a little back, little tiredness. We traveled a lot last 6 days. Bhakti Prabhupada, as a little inconvenience, we stop everything, sadhana, everything. Bhakti Prabhupada, just imagine, he's chanting, rain starts, he can go and sleep somewhere. No, we'll get an umbrella, and hold umbrella, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. And it is during this time, he did not shave. Therefore, Prabhupada was asked, should he shave or like Bhakti Prabhupada keep a dadi? He said, no. That my spiritual master kept dadi only when he was doing Shatakoti Nama. Other time he was clean shaven when he was preaching. So that's also important. Okay? So that is considered determination, chanting. At that time he was not shaving, he was eating very little and he was doing great tapasya. So at least for us, let us fast on the day of his appearance, meditating on his tapasya. Okay? And know that Krishna consciousness is not cheap. We have to work. So Bhaktivinoda Thakur passed away in 1914 and he instructed Bhaktivinoda Prabhupada. What is that? To establish this movement, to bring glory to Mayapur. So many things he gave instruction. Okay. To spread the message of Gauranga, spread the glories of Dham, Mayapur. So all these instructions Bhaktivinoda Prabhupada had in his heart. And then finally, he took a decision, and which is unusual. See, these things should not be imitated. I know somebody tried to imitate the same thing. This is not to do. 1918, he took a decision. It is said that when he finished the Shatakoti Nama, all the Goswamis appeared in front of him. And they instructed him that all the resources will be given to you. All manpower will be given to you. Just begin. Because as in humility he was feeling, I am not qualified to lead this great sampradaya. So, but everything is given, provided we are sincere. It's the same principle today. If you are sincere, everything will be given to you. You can do something magical. So but don't imitate this. He just sat in front of the picture of his guru and he took sannyasa. Okay? Because there was nobody actually qualified at that moment to give him sannyasa, he took that picture. In ISKCON, that's not the way it is followed. Some people took Diksha, sannyasa Diksha Prabhupada, and anybody today want to take Diksha, sannyasa he takes from the sannyasi. From his guru, if his guru is not there, from other sannyasi. Okay? So this is what is followed. Don't do this picture, sit in front of picture and okay. And then Bhakti Father had pointed us out and Bhaktivinoda Prabhupada really took it to the thing. He brought a printing press. He was very, very much, now this is the month of marathon, many of you are distributing books. He was very, very much excited. See, those days, what came was printing. Today now mobile has also come, correct? We are able to have online classes. But at that time this was not available. Only thing is the way you can distribute message is printing press. I think some of you read the message where Srinivas Acharya and the team was doing book distribution the first time. They could distribute only few books because handwritten it used to be, correct? Now you can do fast. But printing we can distribute fast. Now with digital media even faster. Message should go. Doesn't matter the medium, you write with hand or you print or you go digital, the message should go. But many devotees, when I ask them, they say even today they feel more keen to read from physical books. Digital media, a lot of distracting. They find it more convenient and it's straining for the eyes also. Whatever it is, so it make a decision and he had a printing press. Very interesting is to call it Brihad Mridanga. Mridanga means it can be heard with
Hare Krishna. Is it for everyone? Prabhuji is on mute.
Yes, Mataji.
Yes, Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
Yeah, we are back. Okay, it's a printing press. So he had a daily newspaper.
Prabhu, you're on mute. Hare Krishna.
Prakasha, that's the one newspaper daily. I don't know, some ISKCON temples I attempted daily newspaper, not easy. See, if we have a congregation of see, when you print, you have to print at least 10,000 copies. Otherwise, it's very expensive. Okay? So we have to have a congregation of 10,000 people, then we can do that. We can print a daily newspaper. People will read. Okay? At least we can print a PDF every day. Okay? You can have the huge list of books he has written. Prahlad Maharaj's life, he has written Vedanta, glorification of Rai Rama, okay? The Vedanta. You can keep Srimad Bhagavatam, Bhakti Sandarbha, Chaitanya Bhagavata, Chaitanya Chandramrita, Brahma Samhita. Okay. This is the some now messages from Bhaktisiddhanta Prabhupada. Before he left the world, he left a message with the disciples. Yes, Mataji, can you read? Supriti Mataji is not there.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Prabhuji,
Yeah.
I'm not able to see the screen. Oh, yeah, I'm able to. Hare Krishna. All
Now you
goes to
can.
Bhakti. Yes, Prabhuji. All goes to Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Bhakti, Saraswati Bhakti Jai. With utmost enthusiasm, preach the message of Rupa Raghunatha. Our ultimate goal is to become a speck of dust touching the lotus feet of the followers of Rupa Goswami. All of you remain united in allegiance to the spiritual master, Ashriya Vigraha, in order to satisfy the senses of the transcendental entity of non-dual knowledge. Do not give up the worship of Hari even amidst hundreds of dangers, hundreds of insults, or hundreds of persecutions. Do not become unenthusiastic upon seeing that the majority of people in this world are not accepting the message of Krishna's sincere worship. Never give up the glorification of the topics of Krishna. They are your own personal bhajana and your very all and all. Being humble like a blade of grass and tolerant like a tree, constantly glorify Hari. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
So you can take this message and paste it on your wall. At least print it and keep it or put it somewhere. You can meditate on this. With utmost enthusiasm you preach. Okay? Our ultimate goal is to become just a dust at the lotus feet of the Goswamis. Okay? We remain united, work cooperatively. Okay? Do not give up the worship, even if so many dangers and difficulties. Don't become unenthusiastic. Majority of the people are not interested. Don't become unenthusiastic seeing that. And then, don't give up the glorification of Sri Krishna. They are your own personal bhajana and your very life and soul, everything. Don't give up. And always be meek and humble. These are the instructions. All right. Yeah. Now these are, let us meditate. Every year you meditate. Not only in a year, twice you meditate. Appearance and disappearance. Pearls of instruction. We have put a test and trial in this world. Only those who attend the kirtan of the devotees can succeed. Okay, so everybody had tests and trials. Those who are continue the chant, they will succeed, will participate in Sankirtan and succeed. Every spot on earth where discourses of God are held at the place of pilgrimage. Anywhere there is Sankirtana, that is the holy place. The Prabhupada used to say, this is not Los Angeles, this temple, this is Vaikunta. So anywhere Sankirtana is happening, that's beautiful, auspicious. Possessions of objects not related to Krishna is the main malady. Doing anything other than Krishna consciousness, trying to have something with you which is nothing to do with Krishna consciousness, the great malady. Let us not desire anything but highest good for my worst enemies. This is difficult. Kanishtadhikari, as far as I understand little, become upset when he sees an enemy. Madhyamadhikari tries to ignore him. That's the instruction, correct? Anuttomadhikari wishes well even for him. So it's not easy, correct? Being Kanishta Atvya to somebody, your enemy, wishes bad for you, criticizes you, wants you put you down all the time, we feel upset with it. Okay? But Uttamadhikari means always feel well even for an enemy. So we should try to come as a sadhana on this platform, but pure devotee feels like that. When Prahlad Maharaj was presented friends and enemies, he didn't like, because he is an Uttamadhikari. Uttamadhikari always wishes well. They were telling him, you have to kill the enemy, that he didn't like to hear, because he is on a Uttama platform. Not easy. Any dalliance with the body in luxury increases, so wanes the spirit of service of the Lord. So do not be in too much luxury, lethargy, that will take up. So you have to push yourself from lethargy to sadhana. Those favored by God find their path set by thorns, so they will do. You want to achieve Krishna, little more difficulties. So this is easy to understand. Say, you tell in your college to the teacher, if it is a flexible college, I want to pass all the exams. You are where? You are in class number 1. You give me, I'll pass all. So it's a flexible. Some countries have that. At 10 years, people finish the university, correct? Flexible. So teacher is going to give a lot of exams, one after another, correct? So those who want to say, I want to go back to Krishna, and a person who is ready to stay in the world for billions of years, there is a difference. Because now all the exams he has to pass, one by one, every exam will come. So it's not going to be easy. There is no peace or happiness in our world. The circumstances create turmoil and unease. Okay. Chant the Maha Mantra loudly and with attachment. This will drive away inertia, worldly evils and pests. Okay. So, if you chant Hare Krishna loudly, chant everybody.
Krishna, Krishna,
What will happen when you chant? All the Maya, the desires of Maya within the heart is compared to inertia, evils and pest, So that it will drive away from the heart all the andhakara by loudly chanting the Mahamantra. Very good. Be indifferent to bazaar gossip, he's saying. Be indifferent. So much bazaar gossip, be indifferent to all that. What is going to happen? Stick firmly to your cherished goals. No lack or impediments in the world can stand in your way. Bazaar gossip means, oh, today now in Goa some fire was there, now there fire. This is called Gramikatha. We should become indifferent to that. We don't have time. Okay. Pay due respect to the extroverts of the world, but do not appreciate their manners and conduct. They are to be shaken off from your mind. See, in this world, people have occupied some positions. Okay? So somebody is a chief minister, now he comes, due respect, give him garland, give him a chadar. But do not take any maya from them, correct? Not be appreciative of their manners and conduct. Don't. We have a desire for honor, we have a desire for wealth, we have a desire for enjoyment. Okay? Now when such people you meet, externally if you have achieved this, society give respect, you also externally do drama. And internally, do not appreciate. Brahma Rudradi Kitayate, even somebody the position Brahma and Shiva, if he is not devoted to the Lord, he is treated like an insect. Okay? They are to be shaken off from your mind. They take it off from your mind. Devotee feels presence of God everywhere, but averse to the Lord denies existence everywhere. So we are in the second condition now. We have to become devotee, we will find the presence of the Lord in every moment of our life. You see, everywhere you will see Krishna is doing something. Why Krishna is doing this, why today this Krishna did. You will be constantly feeling Krishna's mercy, guidance every moment. We seeing sunlight, pure devotee sees it as kindness of Krishna. He sees Krishna's kindness in giving me air to breathe. Krishna's kindness in allowing me to be in association of his devotees. He every moment sees the love of Krishna. And a non-devotee finds Krishna, every moment he finds there is no God in any situation, whatever you try. Okay, nice. We cannot appreciate transcendental matter with the reasoning of the world. Interesting. It is sheer nonsense to decry them with the measuring stick of your intellect. By our logic and reason or our understanding, just like so-called this foolish scientists, we cannot understand God. Not possible. You cannot. By your small, tiny brain, you cannot measure God. It is not possible. Okay? So he's saying, this is not the way. Only by service the Lord will reveal. To recite the name Krishna is bhakti. Very simple. That's the beginning of bhakti. Anybody, I had gone to Chennai temple, they were telling me, I was asking how is it they're building congregation. Very beautiful work they are doing. So they were telling me, they have one or two people always in the temple. And anybody comes, first thing they give him a japamala. They can identify a pious person. He will come, some people will come and they'll go away. You cannot do anything with them. Just give them prasada and let them go. Some people are pious, they sit down. The moment they sit down, they said, one devotee approaches, gives him a mala, can chant. And a person starts chanting. So nice. He said, after that, we see he's chanting. Next step, we have something, they have similar to a japa kit, they give a japa kit to that person. And they tell him to build the habit of chanting every day, keep a record. And 15 days they follow him up. How was it? Then they invite him for, they have special classes, because they cannot suddenly understand the Gita Bhagavatam. They have special classes for them to orient them, and gradually they enter Gita. They also have developed some courses and they integrate to their temple. So they have been very successfully doing that and maintaining beautiful database. Okay? So beginning is chant. Anybody beginning is, can you chant? Yes. Okay. Moment it starts, I had many experience, so many devotees, some students will keep arguing, why don't you chant? I'm going to chant next week. Any question? No questions. I'm convinced. So chanting will convince people more than your so-called philosophy. Okay, so in the different courses also you are taking, see that people are chanting. And the level 1, they chant one round and gradually build it up. And by Bhakti Shastri, they chanted 16 rounds. But I see many times we are not putting that effort. And they are not allowed to enter Bhakti Shastri even after 2 years because they are not chanting. So don't just make it academic. You should see they are chanting, okay? Life is of the glorification topics of Hari. If that is stopped, then what is the need to carry on life? Okay? Life is for the glorification topics of Hari. Very nice. If that is stopped, then what is the need to carry on life? Oh, how beautiful. 15. Physical illness in Hari Bhajana is preferred to physical fitness without Hari Bhajana. Okay? So that is better. Sometimes we are wishing for good health. That's limited. That's not very important. Important is taste for chanting. What are you wishing? You're wishing for good taste for chanting. 16. Our life on earth is short. Our life will be crowned with success if the body is wears down with constant discourses of Hari. 17. We are on here not to work as artists of making big buildings with wood and stone, but to work as the messengers of the teachings of Lord Chaitanya Deva. So you're not just, don't be satisfied by buildings and all. The focus is, am I preaching Krishna consciousness? 18. In fact, he used to say, those who have life only will preach. So your energy, your enthusiasm, you can preach. A sycophant is neither a guru or a preacher. What is the meaning of a sycophant? Anybody knows? Hypocrite? What is the meaning? Looks like a hypocrite. To transform the adverse desires of the jiva, the supreme beauty of the most merciful. To rescue one person from the stronghold of Mahamaya is the act of superb benevolence far superior to opening of innumerable hospitals. So imagine. Most of the people in the world...
Too much of false praise,
yeah.
Which is not sincere also.
Okay, very good, thank you. Sycophant is, okay. We should not do flattery, we should tell the facts, okay. To transfer the adverse, so to make one person a devotee is more important than opening thousands of hospitals and charities, but people do not know that. Unless we are devoted to God, secularism should not leave us. So-called secularism, not leave us. Okay. Look within, amend yourself, try to pry into the frailties, then ply. So he said, instead of criticizing others, meditating, just meditate on your own faults. We have enough. In this world of Maya, averse to the Lord, full of trials and tribulations, only patience, humility, respect for others are friends of Hari Bhajana. This will help you. Lord Gaurasundara puts his devotees in various difficult associations to test their patience and strength of mind. Success depends on their good fortune. So they will test. When fortunate misguide and delude you, have patience, introspect, find fault in yourself. Know that others cannot harm you unless you harm yourself. Very important. Nobody can harm you unless you harm yourself. 25th. I wish that every selfless, tender-hearted person of the Gaudiya Math will prepare to shed 200 gallons of blood for the nourishment of the spiritual corpus of every individual of this world. So what is that? Every selfless, tender-hearted person of the Gaudiya Math, I believe, will be keen. Will be keen for what? Okay? Nourishment for the spiritual causes. That means you are ready to spend your energy in spreading Krishna consciousness. Okay, you can read this.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. All of a sudden, perhaps on this date, sometimes between 9 or 10 December, at that time, Guru Maharaj was indisposed little, and he was staying at Jagannathapuri on the seashore. So I wrote him letter, my dear master, your other disciples, Brahmachari, Sannyasi, they are all rendering you direct service, and I am a householder. I cannot live with you. I cannot serve you nicely, so I do not know how can I serve you. Simply an idea I was thinking of serving him. How can I serve him seriously? So the reply was dated 13 December 1936. In that letter he wrote, my dear such and such, I'm very glad to receive your letter. I think you should try to push our movement in English. That was his writing, and that will do good to you and to the people who will help you.
So he wrote a letter to his spiritual master, and this is 9th or 10th December during that time. And he got a reply, which confirmed what he had given instruction in the beginning only. Okay? Try to push the movement in English. He specifically gave him this task. And this is from their prayers, they have revealed, Bhakti Thakur revealed the Kamala Manjari, Bhaktisiddhanta Prabhupada, the Nayana Mani Manjari. Okay. Early hours, this is practically the end of the year. January 1st, 1937, Bhaktisiddhanta Prabhupada entered the eternal pastime of Radha Krishna. In fact, we are not after miracles, but one miracle did happen. All the watches in that house stopped at that moment. The Prabhupada God Brothers recount this. True nature of the holy name. Yes, Mataji.
What follows is a letter from Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakura, the true nature of the holy name. I am overjoyed to hear that your enthusiasm for chanting is increasing. As our contaminations are removed by chanting, the Lord's form, qualities, and pastimes will be revealed to us in the holy name. There is no point in making a separate effort to artificially remember the Lord's form, qualities, and pastimes. The Lord and His name are one and the same. This will be understood clearly when the coverings in your heart are removed. By chanting without offenses, you will personally realize that all perfections come from the holy name. Through chanting, the distinction that exists between the self and the gross and the subtle bodies is gradually effaced, and one realizes one's own spiritual form. Once aware of the spiritual body, as one continues to chant, one sees the transcendental nature of the Lord's form. Only the holy name reveals the spiritual form of the living being and then causes him to be attracted to Krishna's form. Only the holy name reveals the spiritual qualities of the living being and then causes him to be attracted to Krishna's qualities. Only the holy name reveals the spiritual activities of the living being and then causes him to be attracted to Krishna's pastime. By service to the holy name, we do not mean only the chanting of the holy name. It also includes the other duties of the chanter. If we serve the holy name with the body, mind, and soul, then the direction of that service, spontaneous, manifests like the sun in the clear sky of the chanter's heart. What is the nature of the holy name? Eventually, chantings spontaneously appear in the heart of one who chants the holy name. True nature of Harinama is revealed by listening to, reading, and studying the scriptures. It is unnecessary to write anything further on this subject. All these things will be revealed to you through chanting. Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakura.
So by chanting, you understand Nama, Rupa, Guna, Leela. You chant nicely, the holy name reveals the sweetness. You chant nicely, you can appreciate the form of the Lord. You chant nicely, you can appreciate the glories of the pastimes of the Lord. Everything will manifest automatically just by chanting. But chanting also means distributing the holy name, not only chanting. So do that. Yes. This is the deity of Lord Gauranga, which Bhaktisiddhanta Prabhupada, Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur chanted in front when he took us 9 years vow to chant 1 billion names. You can take darshan? Yeah. He chanted 3,000 names as a day, about 170 or 192 for 9 years, sitting in front of this deity. The deity is now in the Rudvadeepa Gaudiya Matha. Okay, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, everybody.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna. Namaskar.
Thank you,
Hare
Prabhuji.
Krishna,
Prabhuji,
Prabhuji. Chade Pranam. Dhanyavad, Prabhuji. Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Hare Hare,
Ram
Hare
Hare.
Rama, Hare Rama,
Hare Hare
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare
Hare,
Hare
Hare Ram,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Ram,
Hare
Ram
Ram
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Ram
Hare,
Ram
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare
Hare Krishna, Krishna,
Rama,
Hare Hare, Hare
Hare
Ram, Hare Ram,
Hare
Ram Ram,
Ram
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare
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 Krishna,
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna, Hare Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna,
Rama, Hare
Ram
Rama, Rama
Hare
Rama,
Ram,
Hare
Hare
Hare.
Ram, Ram Ram,
Hare
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 Hare,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Krishna
Ram,
Krishna, Hare
Ram Ram, Hare
Hare
Hare,
Rama, Rama
Hare
Rama,
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Hare.
Hare Krishna,
Rama
Krishna
Hare
Krishna,
Rama
Hare Hare, Ram,
Hare
Hare Ram,
Hare
Ram Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Rama,
Hare
Rama
Krishna,
Hare
Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Hare,
Rama
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Rama
Hare Ram, Ram Ram,
Hare
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 Hare,
Hare
Rama, Rama
Hare
Rama,
Krishna, Hare
Krishna
Krishna, Krishna
Krishna
Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Rama
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Rama
Ram
Hare
Ram,
Rama
Hare Hare,
Rama
Hare
Rama
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare.
Krishna,
Thank you,
Krishna
Prabhuji. Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Dandavat Pranam.
Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna,
Hare
Ram,
Krishna
Hare
Prabhuji, Hare
Ram,
Krishna, Hare
Ram
Krishna, Hare
Ram,
Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Rama, Hare Rama,
Hare
Thank you,
Rama
Krishna,
Prabhuji.
Hare
Dandavat.
Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare